Long ago, Earth was a paradise until dragons attacked the world, led by Zeta, the king of the dragons, casting humanity into shadows and fear. Zeta proclaims the era of humans over, asserting the dominion of dragons over a once vibrant world, now a realm of fire and servitude. In a secluded village, hidden from draconian tyranny, a young man named Draco emerges, a beacon of hope with magical lightning and a sword. One fateful night, Draco's hometown is attacked by a ferocious dragon, demanding for them to give up the child of prophecy. Draco confronts the dragon and the two begin to clash ferociously. On the brink of defeat, Draco discovers a profound magical force within himself, an ancient power known as vampiric magic. Channeling this newfound power to emerge victorious. After the battle, Draco is given the highest honor one can receive, the title of Dragon Slayer. And so, the legend of Draco, the Dragon Slayer begins, a saga of valor, magical powers, and the relentless pursuit of freedom. Chapter 1. Infernus the Flame Tyrant. Draco, alongside his mentor Auroran, tread carefully through the scattered remnants of conflict. The once vibrant landscape, now marred by the scars of war, tells a silent tale of struggle and resilience. The world, long shrouded in the oppressive shadow of draconic rule, finds a ray of hope piercing through the darkness with Draco's defiant stand against the draconian overlords. Within the secretive confines of a dimly lit cavern, rebel leaders, cloaked in the anonymity of shadow, convene to deliberate their next course of action. Their attention is riveted on a new target, a symbol of the dragon's might and oppression, Infernus, the Flame Tyrant. This golden dragon, notorious for his cruelty and formidable power, stands as the guardian of the Eastern Pass, a strategic location pivotal to the rebels' plans. Among those gathered, Draco is singled out, chosen for the daunting mission to confront and defeat the tyrant. His determination is palpable, fueled by a burning desire to end Infernus's reign of terror and rekindle a sense of hope among the oppressed populace. In preparation for the monumental confrontation, Draco embarks on a rigorous regimen of training and preparation. Night after night, under the watchful gaze of the moon, Draco meditates, tapping into the ethereal web of magic that permeates the land. The mystical energy coalesces around him, whispering secrets of power and resistance, guiding him closer to his destiny. The day of reckoning arrives as Draco stands at the threshold of the Eastern Pass, a desolate expanse of land scorched by the wrath of Infernus. The air crackles with heat, and the ground is littered with the charred remains of those who dared challenge the tyrant. Infernus, with scales that glint like molten gold under the harsh sunlight, emerges with a disdainful sneer, his eyes alight with a malevolent fire. Infernus unleashes his ultimate form, his humanoid form, half human and half dragon, the ultimate fighting monster. The ensuing battle is a spectacle of fury and valor. Draco, nimble and resolute, dances through the storm of fire unleashed by Infernus, his blades a blur of motion. Each strike from Draco is met with a counter from the Golden Dragon, their battle a testament to the clash of wills and strength. Just when the battle seems to favor the draconic tyrant, Draco reaches deep within himself, tapping into the ancient magic he had harnessed. With a roar that echoes through the pass, he channels this power, creating a vortex of magical energy that absorbs the flames of Infernus, turning the tyrant's strength against him. In a decisive moment, Draco lunges, driving his enchanted sword deep into the heart of Infernus. The dragon's roar of agony and disbelief pierces the air as he collapses, his essence flowing into Draco. As the golden tyrant fades into nothingness, Draco stands amidst the silence, the power of Infernus coursing through him. This newfound strength is a double-edged sword offering immense power but bringing with it a heavy burden. Recognized as a hero by his fellow rebels, Draco is acutely aware of the significance of his victory. With each dragon that falls, the path forward becomes clearer, yet the darkness grows more desperate, more dangerous. Draco vows to wield his newfound abilities with wisdom and caution, aiming to be a beacon of hope in a world that has known only despair. Gazing into the distance where the horizon meets the sky, Draco contemplates the journey that lies ahead. His resolve is unbreakable, his spirit undeterred by the challenges that await. His quest is more than a mere rebellion. It is a crusade for freedom, a fight to reclaim the soul of a world ensnared by darkness. Draco's story, a saga of courage and defiance, continues to unfold, a narrative of hope that seeks to inspire all of humanity to stand against their oppressors and fight for a future where light conquers the shadow. Chapter 2: The Legacy of the Dragon Slayer. In the serene aftermath of Draco's triumph over Infernus the Flame Tyrant, the air itself seemed to carry whispers of his burgeoning legend. As Draco returned to their hidden sanctuary, nestled within the embrace of the ancient forest, there was a palpable shift in the atmosphere, a mixture of awe and uncertainty that clung to the rebels like a second skin. The victory had been monumental, not just for the strategic advantage it granted them, but for the symbolic blow it dealt to the dragon's dominion over humanity. Within the heart of this clandestine refuge, amidst the gentle glow of firelight casting shadows against the rough-hewn walls, Auroran, Draco's mentor, summoned him. Auroran, a figure shrouded in mystery, with eyes that had witnessed the turning of centuries and a presence that commanded respect, waited for Draco with an air of solemnity. "Draco," Auroran began, his voice a deep, resonant timbre that seemed to resonate with the very stones of the sanctuary. "Your victory over Infernus has proven your worth beyond doubt, but the power you wielded, the essence you absorbed, it is time you understood the true nature of your strength." Draco, still grappling with the weight of his newfound power and the responsibilities it entailed, listened intently, his gaze fixed upon Auroran. "You possess what is known as the vampiric magic, a rare and ancient force that grants you the ability to absorb the life force of your adversaries. This power, once harnessed, can amplify your abilities, making you stronger, faster, more resilient. But with great power comes great responsibility and great danger," Auroran cautioned, his eyes reflecting the flickering flames. Auroran led Draco through the winding passages of the sanctuary to a secluded chamber, its walls lined with ancient tomes and artifacts. Here, amidst the relics of a bygone era, Auroran revealed the origins of the vampiric magic. Long ago, when the world was young and magic flowed as freely as the rivers, there existed a faction of warriors, the Dragon Slayers. Unlike ordinary men, they possessed the ability to challenge the dragons, to absorb their essence and turn it against them. You, Draco, are the descendant of these warriors. The vampiric magic is your heritage, a gift and a curse borne by those destined to stand against the tyranny of dragons. As Auroran spoke, he gestured to an ancient mural depicting the epic battles between the Dragon Slayers and their draconic foes. The images seemed to come alive in the flickering light, telling a story of valor, sacrifice, and the eternal struggle for freedom. But beware, Auroran's voice grew somber, for the vampiric magic, though powerful, can consume those who lack the will to control it. It demands balance, a recognition that life, even that of our enemies, is precious. You must learn to wield this power with discretion, to absorb only what is necessary, lest you lose yourself to its seductive embrace. Draco, absorbing the gravity of Auroran's words, felt the weight of his destiny pressing upon him. The power of the vampiric magic, with its promise of strength and the peril of corruption, was his to bear. It was a path fraught with danger, but also one brimming with the potential to change the course of history. In the days that followed, Auroran guided Draco through the nuances of the vampiric magic, teaching him to harness his power with precision and care. Through rigorous training and meditation, Draco learned to tap into the essence of the dragons he had vanquished, channeling their strength without succumbing to the darkness. Draco stands at the edge of the sanctuary, looking out into the vast, starlit sky. The journey ahead is uncertain, filled with challenges and adversaries yet to be faced. But within him burns the flame of the vampiric magic, a beacon of hope and a testament to the legacy of the Dragon Slayers. With Auroran's guidance and the strength of his ancestors coursing through his veins, Draco is ready to forge his path, to challenge the darkness and reclaim the world for humanity. The Saga of Draco. The Dragon Slayer continues, a tale of power, destiny, and the unyielding spirit of a hero born to challenge the dragon's reign. Chapter 3. Fenrir, the King of the Wolves. In the shadowy heart of the ancient forest, where echoes of the old world still whispered among the leaves, a fierce battle erupted. Fenrir, the majestic and formidable king of the wolves, led his pack with a courage and ferocity that stirred the very soul of the wilderness. They faced a new, chilling adversary, Frostbite, the ice dragon, a dragon general whose icy demeanor was matched only by the frozen terror he wrought upon the land. Commanding an army of dragons, Frostbite sought to envelop the forest in an unending winter, turning it into a domain where only the cold-hearted could reign. Fenrir, with fur as white as the driven snow and eyes alight with an unyielding fire, rallied his wolves. They were not mere creatures of the forest, but its staunch guardians, defenders of a balance that had existed for millennia. Frostbite, with scales that gleamed like 1,000 shards of ice and breath that could freeze the very essence of life, advanced, his cold gaze fixed on the destruction of this balance. The clash was brutal and relentless. Wolves, swift and fierce, darted through the ice and fire, their howls piercing the cold air as they engaged the dragons in combat. The dragons, led by Frostbite, unleashed blizzards and firestorms, creating a tempest of frost and fury. Despite their valiant efforts, the wolves found themselves overwhelmed, their numbers dwindling against the relentless ice and fire of the dragon army. Fenrir, amidst the storm of battle, fought with a desperate strength, his heart heavy with the toll the conflict exacted on his pack. As the wolves faced their darkest hour, cornered and on the brink of defeat, a new force surged into the battlefield. Draco, carrying the legacy of the Dragon Slayers and wielding the ancient and mysterious vampiric magic, arrived like a storm of fire against the cold. The cries of battle, the anguish of the wolves had reached him, compelling him to stand in defense of the guardians of the forest against the tyranny of Frostbite. With a thunderous cry that shattered the icy silence, Draco summoned the formidable power at his command, his hands crackling with an energy that contrasted starkly against the winter's chill. Magical lightning lanced through the sky. This bolt of lightning struck Frostbite with a force that echoed across the forest. Taken aback by the intensity and fury of Draco's attack, Frostbite reeled, his icy armor scorched by the magical flames. Seizing the moment, Draco leaped towards the dragon general, his sword aglow with a fierce, ethereal light, and delivered a blow that pierced through the heart of the ice dragon. Frostbite's roar of defeat resounded as a harbinger of change, signaling the end of his icy reign. As Frostbite fell, his army, now leaderless, immediately retreated, fearing Draco's incredible power. Draco, standing amidst the thawing snow, absorbed the essence of Frostbite, feeling the surge of power and the weight of responsibility that came with it. The vampiric magic within him thrummed with newfound strength, a reminder of the delicate balance between power and control. Fenrir approached Draco, his gaze filled with a profound respect and gratitude. In Draco, he recognized not just a warrior of human kin, but a true protector of the natural order, a champion for all who dwelled within the forest's embrace. "Draco," Fenrir spoke, his voice resonant with the authority of the wild. "You have saved my pack and our home from a fate colder than death. Your valor has proven your worth beyond measure. I, Fenrir, King of the Wolves, pledge my loyalty to you. Together, let us stand against those who seek to disrupt the harmony of our world." Draco, looking into the eyes of Fenrir, saw the fierce spirit of the wolves, the true guardians of the forest. He realized that their destinies were intertwined, their paths united in the quest to uphold the balance of the world. Draco and Fenrir stood together, looking out over the forest they had sworn to protect, now free from the grip of eternal winter. The first light of dawn broke over the horizon, casting a warm glow that promised a new beginning. Their alliance, formed in the heart of conflict, stood as a beacon of hope, a testament to the power of unity in the face of adversity. Chapter 4: Vengeance from the Ashes. Under the cloak of dawn, with the world still draped in shadows, Draco and Auroran ventured deep into the heart of an ancient forest, far from the realms of men and dragons. Here, in this secluded sanctuary, Draco is immersed in the arduous task of mastering his newfound powers, the vampiric magic that flows through his veins with untamed ferocity. The training is rigorous, pushing Draco to the brink of his limits. Auroran, ever the steadfast mentor, guides him with a firm hand, teaching him not only to harness his powers, but also to understand the profound responsibility they entail. Meanwhile, unknown to them, a dark shadow descends upon Draco's hometown, a peaceful village that now lies defenseless in their absence. The dragons, led by followers of Zeta, unleash a fury like never before, their flames turning night into day as the village burns. Draco, sensing a disturbance in the fabric of magic, cuts his training short. With a sense of dread looming over him, he races back to the village, Auroran at his side, hoping against all hope that they are not too late. But the scene that greets them is one of horror and despair. The village, once teeming with life, is now a charred husk, its buildings reduced to rubble, its streets lined with the fallen. In the midst of the devastation, Draco stumbles upon a sight that breaks him to his core: the lifeless body of his mother, her eyes closed in eternal rest, a victim of the dragon's wrath. His knees buckle beneath him as he cradles her in his arms, the weight of his loss crushing him. Tears of grief and rage blur his vision, but within his heart, a fierce resolve takes root. Clutching his mother's hand one last time, Draco stands, his sorrow giving way to a burning desire for vengeance. "I swear to you, Mother, to all of you who have suffered this fate," Draco vows, his voice a fierce whisper that carries through the smoldering remains of his home. "Zeta and all who follow him will pay for this atrocity. This I swear upon my life, upon my soul. Your deaths will not be in vain." Auroran stands silently by, a somber witness to Draco's oath. He knows all too well the dangers of a path fueled by vengeance, but he also understands that some wounds run too deep, their scars serving as constant reminders of the injustices that must be righted. As they leave the ruins behind, the silhouette of Draco and Auroran disappears into the forest, the weight of their mission heavier than ever. Draco's journey has taken a new turn, driven by a desire not only for freedom, but for retribution. The dragons under Zeta's command have awakened a formidable force, one that will stop at nothing to see justice served.